About face! Come on now, we need all we can get.
Ah, the American Army.
Everything we're hot, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Ah, the American Army.
If you lose, I'd like to make a bet.
Ah, the American Army.
Cause we're a young generation and we're coming up. I don't think we can stop seeing us sent from above. We'd like to change our mind, but we know there's no way. So we'll have to jump around, we got something to say.
Hey, it's Professor Liam. Welcome to Yorktown, Virginia, where independence was won. Today we're talking about fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is always very influential in the economy of any society. It's either done by the President and Congress, it's done by the Governor and the General Assembly, or the Mayor and City Council. Obviously, a big part of fiscal policy is always defense. Indeed, former President Dwight Eisenhower warned of a vast military-industrial complex that, if left unchecked, would unduly influence military spending. And who's to say that didn't happen? In March of 2017, President Trump proposed $700 billion in defense spending for the United States alone. By contrast, that same year, Mexico's GDP was $1.1 trillion. U.S. defense spending alone was 2/3 of Mexico's entire economy. Sit back and enjoy the vlog. We'll talk soon.
An increase in aggregate demand can cause inflation, while a decline in aggregate demand can cause recession or unemployment. The government can use fiscal policy, this is decisions made by elected officials, to solve these problems. Defense spending is one of the ways these leaders can spend money to stimulate the economy. The problem is it always needed? Who can say that? Some estimates of military spending are as high as $1 trillion. From an efficiency standpoint, it's hard to justify an increase in active duty forces to over 500,000 or ships to over 350, and so on. I mean, this is becoming a less labor-intensive world. But the spending creates a great number of jobs. The 5 most expensive wars adjusted for inflation occurred between 1941 and now, led by World War II. The American Revolution, on the other hand, was 11. Why? Was George Washington and the other founding fathers not good at fighting wars? Or did they not discover the power of fiscal policy in that era?
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. Ike was saying even a decorated war veteran like him, as president, is not going to be able to stand up to the array of defense interests that might influence fiscal policy.
Stop talking, stop walking, keep down just keep on knocking. And we'll see, but you got to hurry. Show down, show them all. Come on and all. Outside your all the American